All right, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit the thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. All right, so today is quite the opposite of yesterday. Yesterday we were at max loss, could not get it done. Today, on the other hand, we were able to find some consistency in the market. We were able to capture some gains. And to be exact, we were able to capture $2,881.80 of profits from the market, primarily trading stock DRUG, BRSH, and GRRR. We did have some smaller losers, VVOS, 25 bucks. So let's go through we'll go through in alphabetical order, why not? So stock BRSH, I came back to do the recap around, you know, power hour was this 15:30, right? And ended up seeing this thing halted up and started taking some trades. Nailed a great dip entry down here, sold it higher, you know, fumbled the 3-bar play right here a little bit, but it ended up getting halted up a little later right here. It pushed higher, and I looked at the charts. This thing is at highs, it looks good. And so I'm watching the resumption for the trades we would usually look for. But unfortunately, man, I'm long in some decent areas. It's just not giving me the bounce I wanted. It pulls back, it crawls back up. I try again. Another situation where I'm getting good entries, not quite getting the follow through. Have to leave it alone, have to size down. But all in all, very close. But $400 extra to add to the day. So we'll definitely take it. So again, halted stock, resumed higher, pulled back, consolidation, pushes up into another halt, resumes higher, but is now pulling back. BURU, $49 here. This one, man, over VWAP, it's pushing up after the sell-off. And even the first 1-minute candle, let me get a new high, wasn't bad, but tricky stock, man. Out of the resumption right here, just sold off, halted down, resumed lower, bounced, and then just weakness. This is why we can't hold and or average down, because look at this thing, man. I mean, from $2 to what, 70 cents, over 50% drop. So they're very tricky, guys. DRUG will save for last. That's the best one. We'll save it for last. Stock GRRR, a familiar name. We've traded this one a few days ago, or excuse me, a few weeks ago, going back to July 10th and July 7th. This one pushed up and was able to give some opportunity. So today, it's bouncing up again. I'm keeping an eye on it. We had the pre-market highs around $2. It pulled back from there and then curled up, V shape right here. Red candles to green candles move. Red to green right here. We get a consolidation slash flag at the VWAP area. All right, it's kind of up and down, then up. And so it breaks out of there. 3-bar play. So this one gave some opportunities. A little tricky down here towards VWAP. But yeah, I ended up going in for the 5-minute pullback because I'm like, you know what, man? I think the volume profile doesn't look bad. Was it here? Let me check. It might have been. Actually, no, it was up here. Yeah, so okay, I missed this entry. It pulls away. Good hive day break. 3-bar play there. It could have been, what I'll say, the candlesticks look good, but in real time, it could have been better with volume here earlier. Although it was pretty good. And as it pulled away, it's when the volume really came in. But I had a hard time with it in some of the price action trades earlier. So on the 5-minute setup is where I done well here. VWAP bounce. So we held VWAP down here. It pushes up, and it's, the VWAP is trying. The VWAP is trying to keep pace. But of course, the stock is just going crazy. So when we start to pull back into the level, I got long down here, 3,000 size, sold half around 15, 16. That brought me from red to green, and sold the rest down here on this candlestick at 205, I believe. My average was 201, so pretty good trade. I think I had like 500 shares left. I sold the rest around like 11 or so. Yeah, it did curl back up, but what didn't have what it you know, it took to get through high of day again. But nice attempt right here. This is at least what we like to see, but just, you know, we wanted to get the new highs, but that was not the case. So that was GRRR, SILO, 98 bucks here. This one, you know, big sell off, big move, then big sell off, and you know, a little bit of a curl up here. Once it got through VWAP over here, you know, it offered something, but a little tricky. So we pushed up nicely, you know, a bit of a flag, but a lot of bigger wicks. But right here, it pulls back and reclaims the VWAP area. So I started watching, got in, sold a little higher, but we didn't really get much after that. Break of 3 was kind of soft. VVOS, small loss, 22 bucks. I forgot exactly where I traded this one. Let's see. Okay, I remember. I attempted a quick entry down here thinking this would pull back and then hold and then continue higher. That was not the case. In, out for a loss. Moving on to the last stock of the day and the best one that we've had, which was DRUG. DRUG doing well for us today. Let's come on over to the actual date. Also, let's show the other candles, other charts, some love, right? We don't really do that much. It's for me the 1 and the 5 minute. I don't even know I have these. Oh, let's say this. I use the daily chart for analysis, but the 3 minute I probably could do it out. Maybe put something else like a tick chart or something. I don't know. Anyhows, so highs are at 780, and this is a big move from 370 to 780. Pretty impressive. Pulls back sideways. And so for those of you who trade early pre-market, you guys are probably involved in these type of moves. You know, they're aggressive. They're a slightly lighter volume, but man, this is some crazy stuff here. So anyhow, as we come into the open, and I'm looking for, you know, a red to green initially because we started selling off. Right, well, very first candle was green, but other than that, we started pulling back, and as it started to curl up and try for VWAP, this is where I started watching. So, you know, right here, I'm like, can we hold this midpoint area? Because I'm watching this as a bit of an ABCD in itself, right? So we got the W, that's the first move down, the middle area. The stock is going to resume and close. My power hour alarm, right? So we pulled back, and then it surged back up here. So when we had this wick and it pulled back below 40, I'm like, okay, can we get back above the level? It does, and it rips all the way up to 580. And that's what really got me involved here. So I started watching. We pulled back right here and right here at VWAP. I'm watching those areas to try and sell higher. Right here, I don't remember if I caught this particular low, but you know, buying for the new high, a little bit of an aggressive entry, but wanting to see if we can go higher. Third time's the charm. It does go, it pushes up, we sell into the move. And unfortunately, you know, a little choppy here, man. We would have loved to see smoother candlesticks than this. This is nonsense. Can we see big green candlesticks to get the short sellers to squeeze and cover? You know, when they see this, they feel good and they start to say, okay, I'll go short here, I'll go short here, I'll go short here, because there's, you know, weakness up top. Selling into our 5 minute candle. So the pullback in turn is not as strong and it breaks down, and to the depths we went. Look at this. This is why we don't hold these stocks, man, because, you know, it's not Tesla, right? Let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla, you know, large company, huge company. A lot of people know about this. You know, this stock, sometimes people, you know, they'll say, hey, instead of just taking losses, they'll just hold a little longer, which, you know, if it's part of your strategy, then okay, fine. But, you know, other than that, it's like, you know, these companies, PayPal is a good one. PayPal, is that the PUPA? Jeez, okay. Well, hold on. I gotta find, not, you know, my OCD is kicking in here. PayPal stock, what's the symbol? PYPL. Ay, ay, ay. Anyhow, this is a good example. PayPal, it's like you could think, man, I just hold this thing until it crawls back up. Well, if you're in high 310, here it is at $76, and doesn't seem like it's curling back up, right? Maybe it does, but at least for the last, year plus, just sideways. So yeah, we got to be careful, guys. Trading is risky, investing is risky, business is risky. Um, you know, trading, the thing is with trading is that our our assets are liquid, right? It's cash. And by the click of a button, you could buy something that's either not strong or just, failing, and you can lose a ton of money. It's the market. That's what the market is. It's a business. And so, they're all business is risky in their own way. Trading is very much so because your assets are liquid and can be gone in the blink of an eye. You can blow up an account today, right? So we got to always manage risk. Likewise, any other business out there, whether you're brick and mortar, something online, there's a million and one different fields out there, but business is risky. So let's understand that what we're doing here is not child's play. Let's treat it with the level of maturity and respect that it deserves. And let's always do what is necessary to be successful, all right, which is discipline and consistency. So, with that being said, it's been Relentless Trader. I am, of course, signing out.